What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay Free, aka Dead Guy, and today we're going to discuss the whore phase. Now, as always, I'm talking to my ladies who actually want to be in a forever relationship. If this isn't you, I promise you don't need my help, and I'm only going to frustrate you. So let's get into it. The idea of a whore phase. Well, let's start out with what you ladies are being taught. You ladies are being taught that you need a whore phase. You're being taught that it's okay to take girls' trips when you're young, go out on the scene as much as possible during your younger years, and experience multiple men so that you know yourself. You're being taught that there's power in over sexualizing yourself, using social media as a way to appeal to a maximum number of people who provide you with instant validation. Well, what has your reality taught you? Have you found that in large numbers, women are overwhelmingly happy that they both had a whore phase and are now in a wonderful relationship as a result of that phase? And what about the women who are still single but do want a long relationship? Have you seen that, generally speaking, them having a whore phase made their search for a good man easier? I think it would be easy to argue that this whore phase actually did the opposite for the women who actually want to be in long term relationships. But let's break it down. You ladies who actually want to be in forever relationships, I know you want a good man. You have your list of qualities that you want your man to have. Well, what is that man going to want from you? If he had to choose, would he want to be with the woman who many have had, or does he want to be with the woman who very few have had? The answer to this question is pretty obvious. And a lot of you women are having trouble finding the man that you want because the man that you want isn't looking for you. Whether you believe it or not, a man can tell the difference between a woman who is experienced and one who is not. You move differently, you talk differently, you walk differently. And unfortunately, if you are an inexperienced individual, but you adapt the same mannerisms of someone who is experienced, you're likely going to be grouped with those same group of women getting the same results that those women receive. To keep it simple, and I've said this before, men and women are each other's opposites. We don't want the same thing in one another. We want the opposite. Women want men who are experienced so that she trusts he knows how to be a leader. And experience encompasses life experiences as well as sexual experiences. I mean, the homework assignment we've had before was to ask a woman if she wants a 28-year-old who only had one sexual conquest as opposed to one who had 11. She's likely to choose the more experienced individual, and men are going to want the opposite. But to take it a step further, sex is a literal form of bonding to a woman and simply an action to a man. A man wants sex very bad. It is very important to us. But we don't view it the same way you ladies view it, and it doesn't require the same emotional investment that you ladies have. Now, knowing you ladies have an enormous emotional investment with your sexual partners, why would you be so willing to give yourself to individuals that don't deserve you or that you don't see having any type of future with? Why? And the more partners you have, the more your emotional tether you're just carelessly giving away. Ultimately, when you finally meet the right one, what do you think is going to happen? Well, what is your reality showing you? How many times have we heard women literally saying that they had a great guy, he did nothing wrong, but for some reason, she no longer wanted to be with him? I mean, if you're dating to find someone and you found someone, why would you just let him go? The logical reason appears to be that if you've given so much of your emotional ties to others, that you had none remaining to give to this great guy of your own. Ladies, and especially these ladies who want a long lasting relationship, sex is important to you, and it should be. That's how you bond with your man. That's how you gain your emotional tie to your man. Men don't use sex the way that y'all do. We don't have that emotional tether. It's a benefit that we get from women, but we don't show our love that way. No matter how many gifts you give a man or how much sex you give a man, it isn't until he starts to implement structure in your life that you see he's starting to care about your well being, which is quickly going to turn into love for him. That's how we show our love for you, by providing structure and attempting to remove burdens from your life. And ultimately, we will offer you a relationship. But for a relationship to work, the emotional investment has to be reciprocated. If one is fully invested and the other thinks they are, it's easy to see how a great guy can have a woman just walk out of his life. And ladies, no matter how much you smile, wink, or sweet talk us, we know that we don't have you until you allow us to access your treasure. That's how you show us your love, or at the very least, that you have an emotional investment. Now, if you've given your love and emotion to many individuals, what are you going to have left to give to the man that you actually want? You're not going to have much left to give, if any at all, to bond with the man that you actually want. And once the honeymoon phase of the relationship begins to simmer down, and you begin to realize that your emotional tank has more suds than liquids, to use a soda analogy, the point is, once you start viewing sex like a man without emotion, it becomes harder for you to bond in your relationship. You have to really, really want to be there, especially when bad times arrive. Working through things start to become optional. Tiny things that you didn't mind start to become an annoyance. And eventually, replacing this great guy doesn't seem like a bad idea. Ladies, if you actually want to be in a long term relationship, give yourself to the man that deserves you and not randoms just to be a part of the crowd. You are literally doing the opposite of what the man you want wants. Reciprocation is key. And if he's actually going to meet the majority, if not all, of your qualifications, shouldn't he reasonably expect the same from you? And yes, the best time to find the best man is when your value is the highest. No matter how much you try to tell a man what your value is, your independence, your degrees, your career, your experience, your income, those are not things that we value. Reality has reinforced this over and over again. You want those things. So, by virtue of each other's opposites, we value the opposite. We value beauty, youth, and inexperience. So your value at the highest is going to be during the same period you're being told to have your whore phase. So if a long-lasting relationship is what you want, using logical reasoning, the whore phase is all but guaranteeing that you won't have it, or at the very least, it will be very difficult from your perspective. Until next time, you can do it your way. But what has your reality taught you?